Agenda setting, framing, and priming. The media doesn't just transmit information, it actively shapes how citizens think about politics. And political scientists have identified three specific mechanisms that go beyond the simple transmission of facts. They operate not by directly telling people what to think, but by influencing what they think about and how they evaluate it. Get these three concepts in your head because they appear everywhere in political analysis. The first is agenda setting. The media's choices about what to cover, what a journalist, editor, or producer decides is important, shape the public's sense of what issues matter. When the media devotes sustained attention to immigration, the economy, or corruption, the public tends to rate those issues as more important. When it ignores other issues, those issues remain politically dormant regardless of their objective significance. The editors and producers who decide which stories to run, which angles to pursue, and how much space to give each story are setting the public agenda. Walter Lippmann recognized this in his classic 1922 book Public Opinion, that public opinion is a constructed and manufactured thing shaped by those with the resources and interests to shape it. That insight has only become more relevant as media power has grown. The second mechanism is framing. Framing refers to the way media coverage presents a story, the emphasis placed on particular aspects, the language used, the comparisons drawn, the interpretive context provided. The exact same set of facts can be framed in ways that produce very different evaluations. A policy that reduces government spending can be framed as fiscal responsibility or as cutting vital services, and the frame that dominates media coverage shapes how the public evaluates it. Framing operates through subtle choices of language, visual presentation, and contextual information that are often invisible to consumers who aren't actively analyzing how their information is being packaged. Politicians and their communications teams are keenly aware of framing effects and spend considerable effort ensuring their preferred frames dominate coverage. The third mechanism is priming. Priming describes the way media coverage affects which considerations citizens use when evaluating political figures and parties. When the media focuses heavily on economic performance, citizens are primed to evaluate the president primarily through the lens of economic management. When it focuses on foreign policy crises, foreign policy competence becomes the dominant value frame. Candidates try to prime the issues on which they're strong and minimize the salience of issues on which they're weak.
Together, agenda setting, framing, and priming give the media substantial indirect influence over political attitudes and electoral outcomes, even when the media makes no attempt to explicitly advocate for particular positions or candidates. These mechanisms are powerful precisely because they operate beneath the surface of explicit argument